Well, hello everybody. It's Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is Car Chronicles. Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You ready? Let's do this. So a lot of you have been asking me to go back and redo narcissistic parents, mother, father. And so I do have videos out there in reference to the narcissist mother, narcissist father. But today I'm going to do another one where I'm just going to go and enhance or add to or augment about the narcissistic mother. So, and this is not all narcissist mothers. This is sometimes mothers that have got their own issues, but we're talking about narcissist mothers. There are some narcissist mothers, and some of you guys know, and then some of them are not narcissists. Remember that. Everybody's not a narcissist, but we're talking about the narcissist mother that love being pregnant. And it's not the fact that they love the children that they have. It's the fact that they enjoy the attention that they get while they're pregnant. How much attention does a pregnant woman get? You'll get them food, you'll get them anything they want to make them comfortable. And so they suck up that fuel. So, everybody becomes, well, they got the primary, the secondary supply, and then they have the tertiary supply. That tertiary supply will never be a main supply. These are people that just cater to them, talk to them, compliment them when they go somewhere. These are not people they're going to connect with permanently or even, sometimesly. But they enjoy being pregnant because of the attention and the fuel they get when they're pregnant. Once they give birth to that baby, in the very beginning, a baby is completely and totally dependent on that mother for everything. The nurture, the breast milk, the nurturing. So once again, that narcissist mother is getting fuel because they also get attention over the fact that they have an infant. And that baby is totally dependent on them. Remember, the baby is an extension of that mother. Eventually, you'll see things kind of going downhill when the baby becomes more independent. And that's the whole goal, is to get your children independent. They do little things by themselves. They don't need mom as much as mom would want them to need them, and a lot of narcissistic mothers will traumatize their children in this stage because they hold on to them and don't allow them to do anything, don't allow them to play with anybody, don't allow them to socialize. But that's where problems set in because now they don't need them as much. The baby doesn't need the mom like they used to. They still need them, but not as much. And so either the mother will go and get pregnant again and then begin to ignore the infant or the toddler, begin to ignore the toddler, and it's a whole new supply. So they reproduce their own supply. But the thing is that now that child gets ignored because now I have a whole new toy. Okay, go to part 2 so I can keep talking. Okay, this is Car Chronicles with Dr. Carmen Bryant, part 2. We're discussing the narcissist mom. So some of you already know that narcissistic mother, a lot of them enjoy being pregnant. Not all of them. Some of them despise being pregnant, believe it or not. Some of them despise being pregnant to a point where they even talk about the fact that they're getting fat. They go on diets. It's about the attention that they get, but they hate being pregnant. So everything that they say about the pregnancy is negative. Then you do have the narcissistic mothers that enjoy being pregnant because of the attention that they get. Then you have those narcissistic mothers that, and remember, everybody's not a narcissist. Some of them are toxic and not narcissists, but talking about a narcissistic mother. Then you have the narcissistic mother that when that infant, begins to come into their independency, they can't handle the detachment from that child. And the child's not totally detached from them. They're just becoming more independent. They're discovering friends. They want to do things. And then you have that narcissistic mother that prevents their children from connecting to anybody, family, friends, other children, and they need to socialize. And so now this mother may go back and have some more children. And she'll have as many children as she wants to for the purpose of having sources of supply, and then they're creating their own sources of supply, right? Now, you got that narcissistic mother that say they got daughters, for example. Those daughters start growing up. Maybe they look like the younger version of that narcissistic mother. Well, now the narcissistic mother sees them as competition because at first they were extension of themselves. Now they see them as competition. Now, in the beginning, they may force the daughter to do things that they never got a chance to do. Beauty contests, sports, certain things they push them to doing, and they live vicariously through their daughters, or they compete with their daughters. And so you start noticing that the daughter looks like the mother at a younger age, but the mother starts competing with the daughter, meaning that they'll compete for the same men or the same love interest. They start dressing younger, or they always have something negative to say. They don't know how to compliment their daughters. They don't know how to make their daughters feel secure. They always have something negative to say. And if other people compliment the daughter, if the people say something positive, which should be a positive thing to get compliments about your children, but that narcissistic mother looks at that daughter as, you're getting all the attention that I want. You're getting the attention that I desire. And they'll sabotage. They'll do things to sabotage them. They'll sabotage them in school. Like they're trying to finish school, they'll sabotage them in school to a point where they may not graduate from school. And then that narcissistic mother points their finger, when all along it was the narcissistic mother that sabotaged that daughter. You may notice that narcissistic mother trying to gravitate her way into the friends of the daughter, trying to be cool and trying to pull the friends over to her. Go to Part Chronicles, Narcissist Mothers Part 3. So now you also have the narcissist mother that not only competes with the daughter, or looks at her as competition and has to attack her whatever way possible. Let's talk about those that deal with the sons. A lot of times those narcissistic mothers go after the sons because the sons remind them of, the father. So they go after the sons, and they literally have conversations with the sons as if they're talking to their fathers. And they make the sons pay for whatever the father's sin was. Whatever the father did, that narcissistic mother is going to make that son pay. The sad part about it is, you can hear her when she's talking to her son, talking crazy, just saying crazy stuff, just, devaluing that young man, or just negative stuff. You just like your daddy. You ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna be nothing. You just like you gonna. And then later on, come to find out, a lot of the kids find out that their fathers weren't as bad as they thought they were. The mothers exaggerate everything. They take something and exaggerate and just drag on something that's not even true. Now, the mother has caused the kids to hate the father, hate family, and yet they're taking some truth and they're mixing it with a lie. They're taking it and dragging it on. Your father did this, and this is how he does it, and this is what he always does, this and that. And if you actually talk to the fathers, most of the time, well, I'm not going to say most of the time, a lot of times the fathers don't even want to have anything to do with the mother, period. And so they end up sacrificing their relationship with the kids because of the fact that it is so brutal. It is so abusive that father doesn't want anything. Then the kids, she's going to feed them information, making them feel like the father didn't care. The father didn't do anything for you in the first place. And really, when they get older, they realize, daddy didn't want to deal with your crazy tail, and so those narcissistic mothers, they have a way of and then a lot of times, you have men that come out of homes where they have these abusive women and I've seen this, where they get right back into abusive relationships, controlling, power-hungry women that want to dominate these women. Or on the other hand, they come into therapy and then they're abusive to every woman they've ever been with, because now every woman that they're with is paying the price for what the mother has done to the son. Women, shut your mouth. I can't speak to the narcissistic mother, because they're not going to listen anyway. But those of you that are not narcissists, don't talk to your sons any kind of way. Don't make them feel inadequate. Don't make them feel a certain way, because either they're going to become a victim and you're going to see them with someone just like yourself, or number two, they're going to become the abuser. Believe that.